Once upon a time in a jungle there lived a crow and a deer. They were very good friends. They shared their secrets with each other. During times of need, they helped each other. The crow would bring news of green grass to the deer, and the deer would often carry twigs and dry sticks to help the crow build his nest. Together they lived very happily in the jungle. In that jungle there lived a cunning fox too. The fox could not stand the deer and the crow's friendship. He wanted the deer to be killed somehow so that he could have the remains. He would often plot against the deer. But the crow was clever. He would always warn the deer beforehand, and the fox's plan would fail. Day and night the fox would plan to be friends with the deer. One day as the deer was grazing, the fox came to him. "Hello friend," he said. "How are you doing today?" The deer did not like talking to strangers. He kept on grazing without paying the fox any attention. The fox did not lose hope. He continued, "Your antlers are the most beautiful antlers I have ever seen, and your coat is so charming." The nice words made the deer finally give in to the fox. "Thank you," he said, feeling shy. The fox went on, "I know a very nice place where you can eat grains of barley instead of chewing on these dry grass. Come with me and I will show you." The deer was tempted. He wanted to go with the fox, but he knew that the crow would not be very happy about it. He told the crow of his meeting with the fox. The crow was upset. He warned the deer of the danger. "Friend, I do not trust that fox. He is definitely up to something evil. Do not listen to him and go with him anywhere." Next day the fox met the deer again and invited him to the fields of barley. The deer refused to go with him as he was advised by his friend. However, the fox kept pestering the deer until one day he agreed. The fox took the deer to a large field of barley. The deer was overjoyed. He wished he could have brought the crow along with him. But he had to come with the fox without telling the crow, as he knew the crow would be upset. He began to eat the barley. The deer got so lost in eating that he totally forgot there were men working in that field. The men saw the deer and they chased him. Finally they caught the deer by the help of a large net. The fox was overjoyed. His plan had finally worked. He hid in some bushes nearby and stood waiting for his men to kill the deer. Meanwhile the crow began to look for his friend. He was flying over the field when he saw the poor deer lying trapped in the net. When the men were not looking, the crow flew down to the deer. "I am so sorry friend," the deer wept, "I should have listened to you. Now look, I am in trouble." The crow was kind. He said, "Don't worry. I will help you out of this. Just do as I say." He then whispered something in the deer's ear and flew away to the nearest tree. The fox wondered, what is this clever crow up to? What did he whisper to the deer? Suddenly the men arrived. They were bringing an axe with them to kill the deer. The deer closed his eyes and lay quietly. "It's dead," one of the men exclaimed. "Let's get it out of the net," another man said. They began cutting the deer out of the net. When the deer was out of the net, the crow began to call loudly. The deer took the signal and it ran with all its might. The men chased him again, but they could not catch him. One of them threw the axe at the deer, but it missed the deer. The axe hit the fox instead, who was hiding in the bushes, and he died. Moral: never trust a stranger and accept his invitation.